All right, y'all. As I mentioned earlier, y'all know about the withdrawal, right? The request for withdrawal. Well, just like anything else, y'all do understand that Cecilia Altanaka, what she gonna do is she gonna reply back fast. She is going to reply back fast. So we have a reply. Let's read over it, y'all. Order granting to withdraw as attorney Michael R. Hayden, representing Cooper Milagro Elizabeth, defendant, withdraw from case. Notice of termination delivered by U.S. mail to Michael A. Hayden, signed by Chief Judge Cecilia M. Altanaga on May the 27th. Let's click on it, y'all. This cause came before the court upon opposed motion to withdraw as pro hac vice, counsel by attorney Michael Hayden, Esquire, Unite the People for defendant Milagro Elizabeth Cooper, filed on May the 23rd, being fully advised, and it is ordered and adjourned that the motion is granted. Defendant pro hac vice counsel Michael Hayden, Esquire, is relieved of further responsibility of this case. You are hereby lawyerless. This was signed today by Chief Judge Cecilia Altanaga. For the folks who are just not coming back in, she has responded, and as today, Michael Hayden is relieved of any and further responsibility for this case. So she is now hereby lawyerless. Yes, she's supposed to have a deposition coming up. Will this hinder anything? Will this prolong it? We'll wait and see if there's any court updates following after today's motion. But she is now lawyerless. Lawyerless, lawyerless, lawyerless. I just don't get why, continuously talking would result in anything of them keep footing the bill. Everybody's pockets is not bottomless. Everybody got something to lose. Everybody has other things, other ventures. They cannot keep digging in their own pockets for someone who continuously keep getting online and spewing the same shit for 5 years in a row that they're getting sued for. Who got money to just throw away like that? Nobody got money to keep throwing away. You want to keep talking? Okay, let me remove myself from you because you want to keep talking. Okay, you can keep doing that, but not on my dime. You can do that on your own dime, not on mine. I just find that very discontinuous. But at the same time, you gotta say who's enabling this, who is continuously enabling this behavior to keep going on and on and on and on, and then y'all blindly keep giving your money, giving your money, giving your money. Where's it going? Because it ain't going to this case. It's going out the window. Who was footing part of the fucking bill? Well, majority of the bill. Let's just say yes. Michael Pansier, he left first, and now Michael Hayden has been granted and relieved of further responsibility of the case. I told y'all when this first kicked off,
A few moments later.
both lawyers are now relieved of duty, and she is now local. I don't dropping every goddamn thing. God damn. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, she's both lawyers. They're now relieved duty. She's now loyalist, and we'll have to wait and see what happens next. But she had a deadline of last Friday, and so we'll just keep looking and seeing what the judge is going to say. Is the deposition is going to be delayed? We don't know as of yet. No one knows, but we'll find out in the next coming days. But We knew this was going to happen. This was going to be a result of, you know, her thinking that money is unlimitless and it's not. You cannot keep. And this goes to show, um, when it don't belong. Like, let's just talk about personal property. Let's use a car for example. If you borrow somebody's car, you don't give a fuck about that car. You're gonna dog the fuck out that car because because one thing is not yours. You don't give a fuck about it. So you gonna put your foot in it, you gonna swing it, you gonna be rough with it. But as soon as you own your own vehicle, then you're gonna treat it much, much, much differently. So when you're not footing the bill, I mean, this is a prime example. She's not footing the bill; other people are. So she don't give a fuck. But as soon as she start paying with her own dollar, then I think that's when she'll start giving a fuck. But as of right now, she don't. It's not her money. Well, welcome in, welcome in. I'm just letting everybody know that Judge Cecilia Altanaga has now come out and announced that Michael Hayden, his motion to withdraw has been approved. It has been granted, and he has now been relieved of any further responsibility of this case. And Milagro Elizabeth Cooper is now lawyerless. So I was just giving a court update on what's going on. It is a shame. It is a shame. Yes, UTP, the one that was representing her from UTP, his name was Michael Hayden. He has now been granted withdrawal. And as we know, last week, Michael A. Pansier, well, week before, Michael A. Pansier, um, he was granted withdrawal. So she has no more representation as of now. She is lawyerless. So whatever Megan's team wants to bring up, Quinn Emanuel, whatever they want to bring up, she doesn't have the wherewithal, nor does she have any experience when it comes to criminal justice to either say I object or hey, this is how can you combat lawyers, skilled lawyers? You can't. Okay, so to answer your question on the withdrawal, the only thing that Unite the People mentioned that they did pro bono, the only thing that was pro bono was the simple fact when they helped her do the cease and desist letters. That was the only thing that was pro bono. And it's in the court documents. I posted it on my X account. You can go on there. And it's right there on the very front page of the court documents. And it shows it right there. I also did a separate tweet and I highlighted it where it states, and I am going to quote, Unite the People, Inc. was retained as pro bono counsel by defendant in the above referenced matter to draft and send cease and desist letters on behalf of defendant. That was the only thing that they mentioned that was pro bono. They didn't say that this whole case was going to be pro bono. As of right now, we are uncertain if she has anything leading into another attorney being retained, because she had the deadline of the 23rd, which was last Friday, and she did not meet that deadline. And the judge has not come out yet to say anything pertaining to that, other than her approving for a second time her primary counsel, which was Unite the People, being relieved of duty. Yeah, I don't get it. No one wants to read. And what's the biggest thing that people say? If you want to hide shit from a nigga, put it in the book because they ain't gonna read it. We need to stop being the stereotypical sayings that people keep putting out against black people. We're smarter than that. And they need to be smarter than that. Are they drinking Kool-Aid? I mentioned this before. Are you indoctrinated? Blink one for yes, blink two for no. Are you being held against your will? Blink one for yes, blink two for no. You know, y'all can't be that goddamn stupid. The court documents are out here. It's public knowledge. It's public record. Read. You will see what's going on. Because people keep coming out here and giving their opinion on shit, i.e., her, Milagro Elizabeth Cooper. She understands the actual attorney client privilege that they cannot go back and forth with her like that. So she can go out here and she can pass a whole narrative and they can't reply to it at all. But she can get out here and put a narrative out that they took her money and this and that and go look at the reviews and this and that. But they was all you wanted them to be when you retained them. And when it comes down to the followers, are they gonna take her word for it or are they gonna read the actual court document? Because the actual court document, this is filed in law. Like no one's lying here. Whatever they putting in there to withdraw from, they have proof to back that up. If they want to go and take her to court for non-payment, then they will do that. We'll have to wait and see in the coming weeks. Is Michael Pensier going to do that? We'll have to wait and see. But if anything, it will be in a, either a small claims court or it'll be the next level due to how much he requested and how much was still owed. She was very misleading with pro bono. Very misleading. Very. And I can't fathom why they don't see that. There is still unaccounted money that she cannot show a receipt for. Where the fuck is the rest of that money at? And I'm gonna go ahead and say this on the limb. This is just my personal opinion. This is not factual. It's just my personal opinion. What I think that's going on is she's purposefully coming out here and acting out, causing the lawyers to withdraw so that she can try to hit the, well, I can't afford it. Let me file for bankruptcy. Well, idiot, that ain't gonna work. And it's quite frank too late for that. And if you know criminal justice, then you will understand when it comes down to a criminal lawsuit, a bankruptcy ain't gonna hinder shit. That lawsuit will continue to truck along, truck along, truck along. It will not stop that just because you file for bankruptcy. But that's my personal opinion. Y'all gotta look at people and read people and say, what is your end game? Because you can't be this, you stupid, but you're not that stupid. You know what I mean? And you're absolutely right. You got Chris Brown tickets on the very day that your court date was supposed to have started. The original second time that they had, went in and said, okay, instead of July, we're going to start September the 8th, 2-week trial. Then Michael A. Pensier went and did a 2-week, not a 2-week, but a 2-month, 60-day continuance. And now it starts November the 17th. But originally it was September the 8th. How the fuck do you have Chris Brown tickets on the very day that your initial court date was supposed to have started? Was this all planned? Exactly. Stop trauma dumping on people. People do that all the time. You trauma dump and then you don't give a fuck, but you leave that other person fucked up. They're more worried about your situation than you are. Well, what the fuck did you come out here and tell me for? Oh shit. I got Chris Brown tickets and I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not that close, but I'm kind of close to that stage. My shit was almost $500 a seat. So I could just imagine what how did you get them tickets? You out here not paying lawyers, but you can go buy you new furniture that don't match, not a goddamn thing in that goddamn room. And then you come out here saying, "Oh, I got me a new wig." You're showing that you bought your daughter's Lululemon, and then now you're out here I paid the lawyer this, and he took my money. He took who's telling the truth here? And I said this yesterday. She, if she don't come out here and show her donators receipts of where the fuck that money went, she too busy worrying about quote unquote the ops, worrying about her money. If she don't come out here and do it for the donators, fuck the ops, who you saying it, fuck them. You need to show proof to your donators that has donated you money. I would rather show the donators the receipts than to sit up here and show the FTC the receipts and get all up in my shit. Do you feel what I'm saying? Because none of them amounts are adding up to what you were saying. You keep throwing out all this other amount and shit like that. Don't nobody know the actual amount. What is the actual dollar amount that you have raised? What is the actual dollar amount that you have given to go towards this case? And how much do you have left over? You done already came out here and said that you have already withdrew all the money. Okay, so all the money is within your possession. It's not on Give Send Go no more. Other than a few days ago, whoever has donated leading up until now, which is pretty much a few dollars. But you mentioned you have already withdrew everything, and just off the rip, Give Send Go gets their 2 to 3%. Okay, so it's not adding up how much money you have left and how much money you spent. That Twitch shit is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And you thinking that you keep talking about Cardi B, you keep talking about Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, uh, DJ Academics, Armand Wiggins. You thinking by you keep coming out here talking about them that's gonna put you back in the algorithm. I'm sorry, the internet is like ADHD. Once they are on to the next thing, they are on to the next thing. If you cannot captivate their attention, they going elsewhere. If you keep bullshitting them, they're going elsewhere. You're absolutely right. Oh shit, you're right. And then big body beings, we'll see on that end if they're gonna just say fuck it and I charge it to the game. I'll just claim this as a charge off on my taxes, or they can say, hey, fuck that. I'm taking your ass to court for my money. They can say one or two things: a charge off on the taxes, write it off, or just say, hey, I want my money.
A few moments later.
All right. So as of right now, I will post this on Twitter, the update that Michael Hayden has been relieved of duty, and then I'll post the new uh, complaint, Jane Doe versus Diddy. I'll post that. This is the one that has to do with her saying that his dick is basically the size of a Tootsie Roll. So it's now been approved. So I'll post that in just a second. But let me post this first, and then I'll post the new Diddy complaint that has been approved. All right. I hope y'all have a good day. I hope y'all been enjoying y'all's day today. Yes, a Tootsie Roll. They even put a whole picture in the fucking court documents. A whole entire fucking picture of a Tootsie Roll. So I can't believe it. Oh, that's so funny they did that. But yeah. But let me get this posted and then I'll post the Sean Diddy Combs situation. I do need to flip it over and see what's going on with Dwayne Youngblood and Bishop TD Jakes. I gotta go check on that. UMG versus Drake. I gotta check on that. Um, yeah. I was going to look into that salt and pepper with UMG, but to my knowledge, they posted that shit years ago. That was years ago, and I guess it just now got picked up. I was looking on TMZ. Uh, apparently, that was quite some time ago. Today, oh yeah, I was going to look into Lindell Price. If y'all don't know who Lindell Price is, Lindell Price is the person that was the co-owner to um, Turkey Leg Hut. Today he had responses to motions will be filed no later than his date. I did want to check out his trial. His trial is on June the 23rd. I may go to that. A lot of things going on, but the biggest story right now is Sean Diddy Combs. So I'm gonna go online real quick. I know Tisa Tales is live right now, and I know Armand will go live in just a little bit. So I'll just wait, to brush up on that. But until then, I will holler at y'all. You know what, Tisa to me, uh, I'm not sure if she said it, but I think she's energetic to me. She's very energetic. Yes, there's some things that you'd be like, are you telling the truth on that? Just a few things that I've noticed, but she's very energetic. She be bucket high. Ah, yes indeed, yes indeed. I'll holler at y'all later. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on Twitter, and then I'll go get. I got it right here. The new approved lawsuit with the Tootsie Roll situation. I'll go ahead and put that, and then I'll holler at y'all later. All right. All right. Bye bye.